Self, because you needed those likes so bad. You needed that positive reaction so bad.
That's what made you you. Or you convince yourself that that's what made you you. But really, you are you. And honestly, since I've gotten away from that, it was pretty much a trip up at first. I was kind of like, oh, what do I do?
Yeah.
Now I've just gotten so used to it. And honestly, I like myself a lot more now. And I laugh at myself a lot more now. And,
Yeah.
it's been kind of a new lease on things because I don't have to compare myself to people. And, honestly, I'm a lot happier.
It's a new lease on life.
In the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah, it frees you when you're honest with yourself and you don't have your attachments. And now the one I'm focusing on is aversion. Am I not being jealous, not saying negative things that aren't necessary? No, but if you stay away from attachment, you stay away from aversion, and you stay away with ignorance to the truth, then your chances of having a much happier life are there. And the problem is Facebook, social media, Twitter, what have you, likes or follows on Facebook, those are all they call in my field, they call them vanity metrics. They really don't mean a goddamn thing how many likes you get. Likes don't make money. Likes don't make you cooler. Likes don't make you polar. It is a vanity metric, and vanity fills the ego. Vanity is, of course, one of the seven deadly sins.
I think really, as a society, or at least as a social group, we really did think that likes meant something then. And I think there's still a part of that still values, that's what they value is likes. It just shows to them that's, it makes me me. And it's that ego. And, I just feel bad for the younger generation because they've been brought up to feel that this is what matters now,
Yeah, I have a friend who's a great woman. Young. I think she's still in her 20s, maybe late 20s, early 30s. Great artist. And I remember her putting a post on Facebook. And she's like, I don't know why I'm not getting the likes I used to get. She literally said that on Facebook. Meanwhile, her art is just as good, if not better, than it was a year ago. But she's concerned because she's not getting the likes. And it's like, woman, just because 5 people from your high school liked your shit doesn't mean that it's better than it was. And we have to get away from fucking needing that approval from jerk-offs on the internet who don't mean a goddamn thing to your life. And will probably talk shit about you behind your back half the time.
Even if they are your friends, really, it's so they like it. So it doesn't last long, and you still have to get up the next day and the day after and go on with your life, or it just becomes like routine. Then you don't value it that much. He's like, oh yeah, that person always likes my stuff, or I always get a bunch of likes. And it's just kind of like,
yeah, and that's exactly the that is exactly. I'm going to edit that out because I just got a text I thought was important. It wasn't. Yeah, and that's the thing. If you are attached to that kind of positive reinforcement that really doesn't mean a goddamn thing, when that's not there, what are you going to do? You're going to face depression. You're going to face insecurity. You're going to face all these other fucking things that are a lot bigger problems than what you have now. So you can't rely you can only rely on what you can control. It's I know it sounds stupid and it sounds cliche, but it's the reality. Lose your attachments to things you can't control, folks. I know it's a lot easier said than done, but it's the truth. That's how you get to next level consciousness. We're talking about next level consciousness a lot on this show. It's not next level like we're better or you're better or whatever. It's the next level for yourself. It's not next level like everyone's here and you're here. Get to the next level of consciousness for yourself because that's how you can be happier. Figure life out a little bit more. Take away your vices, but what have you. We are fired up today, Vig, about self-improvement and all that.
Oh, yeah, fired up. Yeah. Well, that's a good way to be. And, like we said, we're just going to keep pushing the valleyvig08@gmail.com and let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what some of your vices have been and what some of your troubles have been through, this first month of 2021 and getting through this, as we kind of feel that it's going to go on a little bit longer.
Yeah, and
I
hit us
guess
at
we
the
kind of
Twitter.
always thought that. We're confirmed of that, really, and
Absolutely, man. So, but not only with the email, just check us out: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Our TJ Duddy, our media manager, our social media manager is working really hard to get us out there. So it's gonna be exciting. A lot of ways to hit us up right now. The best one's Valley Vig 08. But again, 40 something podcast on Facebook. Actually, it's 40 something at 40 something podcast on Twitter. 40 something podcast on Instagram. We are all over the place, folks. There are a lot of big things happening. And this was a fun show. I've had fun today.
Yeah.
Angry, but.
Well, that's going to stoke some. I think it's going to definitely stoke some replies out there. So that's why I really feel that people should weigh in on our subject matter. And, hopefully we'd be going live pretty soon.
Yeah, we're going to have a video up today. I'm going to do, TJ Duddy. We'll be doing the editing. There's two different people. I'm basically doing what Dusty Rhodes did when he used to run WCW. Those of you who are wrestling fans, if you know who Dusty Rhodes is, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's big.
Yeah, sure.
He was the booker, and he was one of the vice presidents of WCW back in the late 80s. And his real name was Virgil Runnels. His name was Virgil, which is funny, which I thought would be a pretty cool name. But he went with Dusty Rhodes, which obviously he made the right decision. So Dusty Rhodes was the character, but Virgil Runnels was the executive producer, but it was obviously one of the same guys. So we're going to start doing daily videos up on our stuff starting today. So and hopefully people watch the videos, they'll get a little snippet, and then they'll tune into the shows. I think that's one of the big ways we're going to continue to. But look, we're going to do this for a while, folks. We're fortunate because we don't have to get ratings right away to make sure we have a splash. We're just going to come out and give you the best content ever about self-growth and how we're getting by being a Zennial for the most part. This is really what we're going for. You don't have to be in your 40s. You could be you could be in your 20s. If you're looking for self-growth, this is a great show for you. So we just want to keep on putting that out there. And we have a lot of cool shit to say, and we're going to keep on saying it. Right, Vig? Take us away. What are some of your takeaways from where we're going February 1st? Oh, shit. We didn't even talk about No February, which starts today.
Sure, that's right.
I might have to redo this. So No February. Thanks for joining us, folks. No February starts today. Have you masturbated? When was the last time you jerked off, Vig? If you don't know what no fapping is, it's no masturbating or watching porn. And Vig brought it to the table. He's like, well, I'm going to do this. And I was like, I'm going to join you. I almost masturbated today, but I thought of you, and I didn't. It wasn't because you're not attractive or I don't want to masturbate to you. It's just because I wanted to ensure that I'm going to do this journey with you, at least for the short term.
Well, that's good to hear on all fronts. But no February, and I've been staying true to it at least for the first couple of hours. So we'll see.
We're not that far into it yet.
We're not that far into it. So I'm hoping just kind of keep it real with this, because this is kind of a joke. But it's been reported that a lot of good things and progressive things can come out of just taking a celibate, no masturbation or no pornography take on things. So we're just going to take February and see how it goes. None of that, and be able to report back, or at least see how long you can go and see what some of the positive comings that have come from it.
All right, yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be fun. My wife Kelly Williams and I are both also doing Whole 30 challenge, but we're doing it for 60 days. So this is going to be a lot I'm taking on over the next 60 days. No jerking off, no bread, no dairy. The booze was taken care of, but no dairy. And if you don't know the Whole 30 challenge, we're going to kind of go into that when we do our social media work today. We're going to go into a lot of that as well. So a lot of exciting things, folks, heading on your way. Thank you so much for listening to Valley and the Vig here on 40 something podcast with Valley and the Vig. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and we will give you the reports on No Fap and whatever else is in our peripheral brain situation.
Nice. Yeah. Sounds good.
And so I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and we will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much. Have a great day.